Hey guys, this is Gray Fox. Vixen is behind the camera. Say hi, Vixen.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all. So today I'm going to do a little bit better explanation of how to throw these tomahawks. And a little bit of explanation of what goes into making one of these. This one is very old. This one's probably 7 years old. And as you can tell, it has been rashed many times on many sides, but yet takes a licking, keeps on sticking. That was a play on words. Did you hear that play on words?
Yes.
Talking to Vixen. Anyways, so I'm going to go through these top to bottom. I guess I'll take one of the nice looking new ones we just did. Let's see. Let's take this one here. So, starting from the top, these are all balanced according to my specifications of what I like the balance to be. The blades are, the edge is completely reprofiled. It's rounded on both edges, however I do a different degree on one side the other, which you'll notice, and that's what makes that edge strong. And also so that you can also use it for a lot of woodcraft stuff, feather sticking or splitting or doing whatever you need to do. Dogs, gotta love them. We have 4 of them. They're all stained whatever colors of course you guys want, and they're all poly coated on top just to keep them from scratching so bad. But then you'll find these are all spiral wrapped on the bottom. All the spiral wrap is for essentially is so that you can always find your hand placement is in the same place every time you grab the axe. So you know by the feel of your fingers which section you're grabbing with your fingers. Okay. Now the higher your hand is on the axe when you throw it, the slower the rotation of spin. The lower your hand is, the faster the rotation of spin, because it spins, of course, faster. Okay? So, anyways, needless to say, it all depends upon your strength, your height, your arm length, everything like that's going to make a difference as far as your distance from your target and when you're throwing it. So, you just kind of have to play with it. The loop on the bottom, you'll notice, isn't tied through the hole. It comes through one side of the hole. There's a reason for that. Because when you're throwing these, if you have the loop out, there's a chance that this loop could catch on your hand, catch on some clothing, catch on something. So if you pull the knot through like this, okay, now there's no loop anymore, it's just a straight string. That straight string is not going to catch on anything when you throw it, okay? And again, if you need it for chopping, you just pull the loop through, just tug it tight, and then you can put your wrist through and you have it, the nice leverage for chopping. If you're going to throw it, just take your hand out, grab that knot, pull it through, and then you have a straight string and it's not going to catch on anything when you throw it. I try to measure my distance according to me grabbing it at the center of the axe in a hand position I find comfortable, where I know where my fingers are at all times and I can feel it the same every time. Okay? Consistency is everything in axe throwing. It's everything in everything really, but in axe throwing it's crucially important. How hard you throw it, how straight you throw it, bringing your arm down in a straight path. Like throwing darts, those of you who throw darts, it's very similar. Just bring your arm straight down, releasing it at the end so that you're basically pointing at your target, and you'll go ahead and hit it just about every time. It makes it really consistent, okay? Then all you have to figure out, if you're throwing it at a consistent strength, then all you got to do is figure out your distance, okay? Consistent strength, consistent release, and then just figure out your distance and you'll stick it every time. And then you have to just start figuring out when you're looking at stuff, is that the distance, is that the distance, is that the distance. Once you have that mental distance in your head, you'll be able to find that distance from your target just about every time. Does that make sense, Vixen? Did I explain that good enough, you think?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so that's essentially it. I'll edit in some video of me throwing this at a target and go from there. If you have any questions, just ask. If you don't catch me on YouTube, those of you who are on the BattleBox forums, which I highly recommend, just jump on there, ask me whatever you want. You can PM me, you can put it in the open forum, whatever you want. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.
See ya.
So I keep the heads loose. Now originally the Cold Steel Trailhawk comes bolted down to the head. I never leave that. I always take out the bolt and I usually fill it. This axe is very, very old, and it's lasted this long, and the head still stays on rather good. But the reason I leave them loose more than anything else, one reason is because it's easy just to tap it back in, and I believe it improves the balance better than when you have the screw in there and it can't fluctuate in the air. The other thing is that if I end up in a SHTF scenario and I break this handle and I need to use this head on some stick that I carved, who's going to have an Allen wrench to pull that off? I don't know. So it's a much better idea to just leave it loose. If those of you who got some of these from me want to put the bolt in there or a bolt in there, feel free. I don't recommend it at all. I think it's going to mess with your accuracy, and definitely not going to have anything to take that out with in a SHTF scenario. Oh. That was a double spin. These old hickory handles work awesome. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message or catch me on the BattleBox forums, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
See ya.
That target has definitely seen better days.
This is not a drill.